Peace and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Shante Maria, back with another quick video. And today we're going to talk about what I've been noticing with this virtual learning. Like, parents, come. Mommies, daddies, aunties, grandparents, whoever is helping these kids with this virtual learning. Okay, we need to have a conversation, like right now. Like, get chairs, get what you need. I done wrote notes and everything, cause y'all, it's a mess. Like, I know this is new to all of us, but what I have been seeing in the past 3 weeks is off the chain. You know, now originally I am from Detroit, born and raised on the east side. What up, though, to my people that just started school in Michigan. And a lot of y'all have been violating. A lot of y'all, it's making me question y'all parenting skills, honestly. Like, I'm not even that much of a judgmental person, but I'm judging y'all right now. All right? Okay? So I'm on week 3 of virtual learning myself. Okay? It's new to everybody. Y'all know I work from home, so I was always home anyway. So like the virtual learning, I was like, oh, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But like, even some of my children, friends, parents is violating code. Like, and we need to converse. Y'all listening? Y'all ready? Cause I got about 10 pointers that I wanna address. Okay, y'all listening? Let's go. So the first one, when you get into this virtual learning, y'all, make sure you are fully dressed. Little Ray, little Tay, and whoever your little friends are, your kids' friends are, they don't want to see you with your boobies out, your titties flapping out and everything. And daddy's walking around, they underwear on in the background. Grandma walking around with her moo-moo on. She got her titties hanging low to the floor and all of that. The kids don't want to see that. Just like when y'all would go to school, y'all would drop these babies off. I would suggest that most of y'all would get dressed, even though in the morning we would see some questionable attire. It's the same thing. This is still school. Their friends are still right there. Their friends can see you. And you have to understand that their friends are still like taking note of that. And like, you know, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, clowning y'all and clowning y'all kids. Like, bro, get dressed. Put a bra on. Do something. You ain't got to get dressed. You ain't got to put no makeup on, but get dressed. Put some clothes on. Dads, put y'all pants on. Y'all can't be walking around in y'all drawers on a video chat. Why do y'all think that's okay? These people can see y'all. All of these kids, probably even more, because everybody's looking at their camera at y'all. Come on now. We gotta do better. That's number 1. Get dressed. Period. Get dressed. Just put something on. Just look decent. I don't care if it's some joggers or something. Just get dressed. Put a bra on. Do something. Now, number 2. Okay? Let the teacher teach. Okay? Now, if we would have dropped our babies off at school like we would normally did and just skirted on, went on our way, went to our job, went back home, whatever you did, you wouldn't be there to see how your child's teacher teaches. I saw somebody today, one of my friends was like, on Facebook, I'm about to cuss this teacher out. She in the class talking about Meg Thee Stallion instead of teaching. Do y'all understand that these people are human too? Especially these teachers that have older children. They're trying to relate to these kids. So yes, I don't feel like it's nothing wrong if she spoke about Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion is a hot topic right now. If the kids are like not together and she's trying to reel them back in, why not talk about something that they all can relate to? You don't know what she's talking about to your kids at school. Hell, maybe you should talk to them about Meg Thee Stallion. Maybe you should talk to them about something that they can relate to so that they're easy. Like, you have to get these kids' attention and gain their attention. He like, I'm about to cuss her out because she's talking about Meg Thee Stallion. She this and she that. Sir, did you just walk in on the part when she was talking about Meg Thee Stallion, or did you walk in on the part where she was teaching? This is on Zoom. All of this is recorded. Do y'all know that? They're not just out here teaching just out the blue. All of this is still monitored. My kids' teachers down here are still in the classroom. They go to class day and get on Zoom. They're being monitored. Everything that they do is being monitored. Think about that. And we got a couple more points about that being monitored, all right? So that's number 2. Let them teach. You are not their teacher. You cannot tell them how to relate to these children, and you cannot tell them how they choose to relay these messages. Period, point blank. Stop it. Number 3, your child is at school and chores can wait. There is no doggone reason that you should be embarrassing these kids. They getting on a Zoom and they talking to their peers or whatever, but then you pop on the camera talking about, oh wait, Charles got to clean up my kitchen because he done messed up my kitchen. Oh, Bianca, she got to clean up the bathroom because she messed up the bathroom. The chores can't wait. Y'all have to remember these kids were out of the house for at least 8 hours a day on a regular. So who was washing dishes then? Who was cleaning up the bathroom then? Let these kids focus on their education. They can then focus on their chores. Just like when they got home from school, you will make them do chores. Stop doing that. I know y'all think like, okay, y'all, it's in our house, but no, they are at school. They're at school. Keep that in mind. Treat it like they are at school. That's like, come on, man. Y'all been pissing me off. Jesus. Number 4. Do not threaten your kids. Okay? Don't threaten your kids. Now, black folks, we had this thing, and it started long ago that I don't think a lot of white folks understand. And it's not the black teachers that's going to do it. It's the white teachers that has, probably not even the Hispanic teachers, but it's some of the other teachers that can't relate to how we talk to our kids. That whole, I brought you in this word, I'm going to take you out. You sitting there, you listening to the teacher ask your son, your daughter something, and you know they know the answer. Or they not answering in the way that you approve of them answering. So you hit them with, I brought you in this word, I'll take you out. You better answer this teacher before I whoop yo, whoop whoop. You got me effed up if you think you ain't about to answer this question out. Beat the like the way we talk to our kids is kind of crazy. And we all been there. Whether we say it one way or other, I don't be on there, I'm gonna F you up, but I definitely said I brought you in this world, I'm gonna take you out knowing goddamn well that if I did, I would go to jail. And I'm not about that life. But the kids don't know that. The kids, they be scared. They be scared and they get it together. But they're in school. Some of these people you never know. Because some kids are really getting beat at home. Some kids are really like warned a CPS call at home. These teachers can't decipher which is which. You cannot be threatening your kids. Don't threaten your kids, okay? These teachers are still like programmed to be like, okay, something is going on at that house. Maybe we need to get authorities involved. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. You're gonna make it harder on yourself. Don't threaten these kids. Let these teachers teach. And just like you want to be able to help your kid at school with how they answer, let them do what they need to do. Please and thank you. Number 6, be mindful and keep the environment quiet. Your child needs to concentrate. There's no reason that as soon as they hit the unmute button, you back there twerking to WAP. WAP is lit. That's my song too. I'm not about to be blasting WAP while the kids is in virtual learning. That's inappropriate. It's kind of embarrassing, especially when your kids is older and stuff. They're like, yo, mama got that WAP. Your kids in high school, you blasting WAP in the background, and then you just walking around twerking and stuff in the background. Don't do that. Don't do that. The kids are still in school, okay? We could do that when it was when it was like after school, but they at home. We can't do that, y'all. We can't. Now, number 7. Can y'all please make sure y'all pay y'all internet bill? Because I know it's hard, and I know times are hard, and I know, sometimes we can get behind on bills. Life happens, things happen. But right now, our kids need the internet bill paid because it's how they go to school. That's the least you can do. You know what? There are resources. So we can kind of bypass this. There are resources. Most internet providers, if you are struggling or you're on some type of government assistance, Medicaid, food stamps, whatever, you can get real cheap internet, like $10 a month. Just call around and ask. You know what I mean? The kids need internet access. It's like, don't pay it late, don't pay it at all. Like, they cannot afford to miss school. It's hard enough that they're going to school. The way that they're going to school now is different, it's new. Pay that internet bill. That's the least you can do. If you can't do nothing else, you can't do my 1 through 6 rules already, pay that internet bill. Give these babies some hope until COVID is over. I mean, I feel like this whole school year is going to be online, but that's a whole nother story. You know, right now they're like, oh yeah, the first 6 to 9 weeks. Yeah, I doubt that, because in 6 to 9 weeks it's going to be cold and flu season, and who the hell is going to school when we don't know the difference between the flu and COVID? Not my children, okay? Number 8, which kind of ties in to number 7. And I've been seeing this, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but I can see it. Don't pawn these Chromebooks. I saw a post a couple times. I was like, nah, these people are not pawning the Chromebooks, because that was like another issue that I was thinking about. You know, I'm from Detroit. You know, my kids went to DPS school. I had enough like tablets and laptops. I only have 2 kids, and of course we had extra tablets and laptops. I work from home. Naturally, I kind of had that stuff. But I'm like thinking about the parents who can't afford laptops and things like that. And I was like, okay, the schools are providing them with laptops. Like down here, my kids have their own laptop that the school provided for them. So great. But what was happening, to my knowledge, is that people are pawning the laptops or the Chromebooks. And how your kids gonna learn? How your babies gonna do their work? I know times are hard, but this is not your, like, okay, this might help me pay a bill right quick. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Pawn your TV. Pawn something else. Don't pawn these kids Chromebooks. That's what they need to learn. That was given to y'all to learn. It was loaned out to you to learn. Why actually in Detroit? It wasn't even loaned out. Before I left Detroit, they were giving it to y'all for free. Not on a loan. Not they had to give it back. That was yours. Down here, it's like a loaned out. So if my kids break it, it's spill water on it, whatever, I gotta pay a replacement. So yeah, don't do that. The kids need this. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because it's like a lot of stuff that depend on. Like, this is their livelihood right now. They have to be educated. This is all they have. Okay, so treat it like it's that important. Number 9, be patient. So this kind of ties into what I said earlier with one of my Facebook friends. Was like, he about to cuss out the teacher because she was trying to relate to the kids. To him, it was in her relating to the kids. He's like, she seemed discombobulated. She's not ready. This was day 1. Day 1. Mind y'all, I did move out of state. I'm in a different state now. We're on week number 3 of virtual training. I mean, I moved to a little bitty town to the point where when all the kids were on the internet that first week, and it killed the Wi-Fi. And we're talking about everyone having internet issues, getting onto Zoom or whatever. Parents don't know what's going on. Teachers don't know what's going on. Teachers literally emailed us and was like, we working on it. Please be patient. Hopefully we will get y'all back online today. They had no clue. Again, this is new to the teachers. It's not their fault. You cussing out the teacher is gonna do what? Huh? What you cussing out, you know, Mrs. Robinson gonna do? She ain't never virtually taught before. Like, when you really talk to these teachers, most of them would prefer that the kids come into class. But right now, we're in a pandemic. It's not feasible. And even with the, and I mark my words, to the people that are sending their kids back to school because they have no choice, watch what happens in the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks tops. 3 weeks. That's going to be over with. It's going to be dead. I feel like, I don't know what's going to happen to a lot of these kids this school year, but it's going to be interesting because, first of all, a lot of these parents are not equipped to homeschool children or help to homeschool children. Some of them are under, I don't want to say underprivileged, but can't afford to sit at home with their children, or some of them can't afford internet, or they don't, you know, like, they don't have access to everything. And I feel like my district back home was aware of that. When I moved here, in a city that I moved in, it was like, oh, all of y'all gotta learn virtually. But coming from a city like Detroit, where we have a lot of the parents living in poverty and are, don't even have access to like basic things. What are these kids going to do? They have to send their kids to school. And in 3 weeks, these kids are going to be out of school, I promise you. It's not feasible. It's just not plausible. It's just not. It's just not. But at the same time, you cussing these teachers out, it's not going to help. Like, it's just not going to help. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be mindful about that. And also what I wanted to talk about, why did I make that a pointer? Maybe it was a pointer and I lost it somewhere. Also, remember, don't be in that background smoking weed. I know it's your house, and I know you do what you do in your house, but don't come on that Zoom with a blunt in your hand, smoking around these kids. Remember, these teachers will call CPS on y'all. I guarantee it was probably not the black teachers, even though I know they have that concern. As a parent, or the parents, remember there are also parents looking at y'all. With my children, because I work from home, I'm able to, I'm home. So I help them if they, they need to troubleshoot or whatever. But I don't want to see a parent smoking. I have nothing against you smoking weed. But at the same time, my whole thing is treat this like they are at school. Keep it into an environment where they are at school. My kids are not around their video games. They are not around toys. Their TV is off. They're in separate rooms. They it's a little age gap there. So, but they're focused. I take away all distractions. That's the type of parent I am. I take away all distractions. And I don't smoke anyways. But even if I did, I'm not gonna show up with a blunt. Like, imagine you walking into the school with you smoking a blunt. How that sound? How that look? That make you look crazy. Don't do that. These people will call CPS on y'all, which gives me to my last and final point. This is not for the parents, but this is for the teachers. But it was a little boy who had a toy gun, virtual learning. A toy gun. He's at home. He's with his toys. They suspended this boy for 5 days. And they sent CPS to his house to do a welfare check. Now, the teacher sent it over to the principal, and the principal okayed it, which is baffling to me. These kids are at home. My sons, and it was like a bright, like, green gun. You know it was a toy gun. You knew it wasn't a real gun. My kids have so many, okay, when somebody called CPS on me, my kids have so many toy guns. There's not a real gun in my household. I don't own a gun. They're not around guns. They do have Nerf guns. They have plenty of Nerf guns. What little boy doesn't have a Nerf gun? And clearly they're bright, they're labeled. With me, I think I'm more of a strict parent from what I've been told. So my kids cannot play with their toys during virtual learning at all. But I'm not sure of everyone else's situation. I have more space where they don't even have to be in their bedroom with their toys. They're not even around the toys. They don't even have access to their toys. But I know other people's household is different. If I was back in Detroit, it could have been different. If I was in Detroit, they would have been around toys. They'd have been around my little nephew running around, probably handed them toys. It would have been a whole different environment. Right now, I'm in an environment where all of that is shut off. So teachers, be mindful to that, because that was some bullshit. I can't imagine just chilling at home and then a CPS person comes to my house over virtual learning, talking about I have guns in my house because my son had a toy gun. Granted, also, parents, be mindful. Don't let your kids that's my whole thing. Treat it like they are at school as best as you can. Whatever works for your household. Treat them like they are at school. You still have to aid them in a way. You have to make sure, because it's still your household. Still make sure that your kids are not playing with toys. They are focused and they are paying attention. Because these people out here don't give a about your child. 9 times out of 10. So, I don't know. That was just my little come to Jesus moment. And that's just my thoughts on the whole virtual training and how it's going. I know every situation is different. I'm very sensitive about everyone's situation, but it's just some basic stuff. Basic stuff. All right? Parents, let's get it together. We don't know how long this is really going to last. Let's get it together. Please. Please get it together for these babies. All right. That was just my little 2 cents for there. Let me know any of your little virtual learning tidbits, what y'all experienced, what y'all have noticed in the classroom this far. If you are not subscribed and you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that notification button because I post videos in there every day. And I would love to see your different opinions on many different topics that we cover, as well as come along with us for our vlogs. I'm a single mom of 2, of course. So, I mean, we have some kind of interesting days, kind of boring days too because of COVID, but it is what it is. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.